Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's morning on my end, and I don't know how early or how late it is on your side, but I just want to say hello, hello, a big shout out to you. If you're just joining me, I just want to say thanks so much for joining. You're welcome. You're always welcome. Always, always welcome. You're always welcome, and feel free to ask me any question you want. Oh my. It has always been a pleasure for me to talk about this topic. Yeah, and you know, I'm happy to share this with you. I'm just happy to share my experience with you and maybe with other moms who are in the diaspora as well, because it's not easy. It's not easy. So please, if you're just joining, I just want to say like this video, like this live stream, like. So let's share a little bit. Thanks so much for tuning. You're number one, the first to tune in. That Good morning. It's morning in Shanghai. I don't know. I guess it's night. In so many parts of the world right now, it's night. If you're not in Asia, it means it's night. Okay? It means probably you are still at night wherever you are. Good morning to you. Happy to see you. Happy to meet you. Happy to talk to you. Oh, do you like Nirvana? Hi, Sabah Andy from Germany. Hello, thank you so much for joining. Hi. Yes, I like it, Maddie. Hi, thanks so much for joining. Please give this live stream a thumbs up, a like, and let's chat. Oh, I think it's late in Germany now. I know it's late. I know. So I'm driving and I'll not be able to probably read all the messages, but let's go. It's gonna be a very, very long drive. Yeah, it's gonna be about an hour's drive. Yeah, also. Hi, I'm not from the USA. Where are you from? Too human. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks so much for joining. So let me introduce myself to you, okay? You might be stepping on this video or on my live stream for the first time. I am Carrie and I live in China, precisely in Shanghai, okay? And here in China, I'm a mom. I'm a mom of 3 kids, and all my kids are here with me. So, and my kids go to school, Chinese schools, they speak and write Chinese, okay? So we decided that we wanted them to speak and write and study in Chinese, which is good. Their Chinese is better than mine. I mean, really, really good. And so my kids are already like kindergarten Chinese and also primary school in Chinese. So let me tell you something. Okay, you can't just take your kids from your home country and bring them here and go to the put them enroll them in the Chinese primary school. No, it won't work for them. You can do it, but trust me, it won't be easy for them. So the government has made it in such a way that Brazil. Oh, thank you so much. Please give this video a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe. Oh, love from Singapore. Wow. Thank you. We're neighbors. So it's daytime. So it's daytime in Singapore right now. So here in China, right? You can't just bring your kids from anywhere, and if they didn't go to the kindergarten here, then it will be so difficult for them to definitely grasp the language unless otherwise. And sometimes schools will not want to enroll them, Chinese schools precisely. So usually it's advisable to bring your kids early enough here. Okay, their education system is good. Yeah, the education system is good. But let's not talk about too much about that today. Okay, my own is what I want to talk about is raising kids in China. So raising kids in China has never been an easy thing for anybody. A lot of people here, a lot of foreigners here would prefer not to raise their kids here. Not because it's not good or safe enough, but because your kids will hardly have a community. It is very important for kids to have a community wherein they can always play and make friends the way we grew up as foreigners, right? In China, especially when it was their one child policy, which a lot of them still practice their one child policy. I think that it's just them, me, my family. That's how it works here. And you now as a foreign kid, sometimes I feel bad for my kids, but then because we do not have plans of probably lasting here so long, we just want them to keep going, let them study the Chinese and know it well. Yeah, it's gonna help them someday. Okay, so they keep going. And in China, be it you an adult or a child, friendships don't last. I have to tell you that friendship do not last. Trust me, nothing lasts in China. I tell you the truth. So my kids are definitely 8, and also another one, the oldest one is 11, and the youngest will turn 3 soon. So these kids, they are even lucky that they have brothers or they have sisters to play with. For example, if you don't take your kid outside to play in China, they will never go out by themselves. Okay, so you must be there to take them out at the playground, go there, watch over them. You must be ready to show up. I mean, anywhere they want to go, you must take them. If you're not there, they can't go by themselves, right? So it's not even easy for them to make friends. Sometimes the friends don't last. It's just there. And also we the moms, it's not as easy to find, well, probably maybe have a Chinese family that could be friends, yes, but it doesn't really last that much. People are just there to take advantage of you. They could be hanging out with you, or they want their kids to hang out with you so the kids could learning some English. It's just a business world. It's just business. It's just business. So sometimes it becomes too hectic, and then sometimes the racism too is not, I don't want to talk so much about that. But then on the other hand, you'll find some very, very good families who really want to go out with you. They want to have fun with you and the kids, and they want to know more about foreigners, because some of them kind of strange. It's strange for them. Some of them have never met younger kids or maybe foreign kids of color, so they want to know how it works. They want to know how different it is. Okay, they want to know how different it is with them. So that's it. So it's For me, it looks like it's great for me. Yeah, there is a good and bad, okay? And for me, I feel like, well, it's kind of an exploration and discovery, because on this side of the world where things are really strange, like, okay, for example, this is this is Christmas, right? We're getting onto we're moving on to, this is a Christmas season. Okay, imagine that kids actually, if you don't show them, if you don't let them know that, hey, something exists as this, there is Christmas, the birth of Jesus, all of this, they'll never know. Because on this same Christmas day, kids go to school in China, right? It's just a normal day. It's just a normal day. It's not easy for them. So you, as a parent, you need to talk to your kids, you need to educate them on all of this, and you need to let them know that these things do exist. The fact that your teachers don't talk about it, or you guys don't learn about this at school, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It is, first, it's not in the Chinese culture. It's not Chinese culture to learn or to know this, right? Maybe international schools definitely will have this. So the international schools here with the British system will definitely have a holiday. But you see, these Chinese schools, they will not have a holiday until it's their New Year holiday, until it's New Year's Day. Okay, so that's how it works here. And immediately New Year's Day passes, going back to work, or they're going back to school. So it was just like a public day on that first day of the year. And the rest of the day, they keep going to school and waiting for the Chinese New Year to pop up. That's how it is. And so you now, as a parent, you need to teach your kids all of these things that you were being taught when growing up, and the things that you know that are definitely important to you. You need to also teach them, be religious, and also teach them the Bible, because in China, Chinese people don't believe in God. They don't believe in anything. They believe in themselves. So it's the hard not to crack. And then you need to always remind your kids, especially at an age where they're already beginning to ask you questions. They're being inquisitive. Because I have this age back at home. So you have to tell them. I take my kids to church. It's a 1 hour's drive to church, but I take them to church, right? Sometimes it takes me more than an hour to drive to church, but you know why? I still take them there, where they can meet a community. And this is just like a community church to build kids mentality, or just to feel each other, foreigners feeling each other. So let them know that there is Sunday school, right? There can be a place like this where people do gather, not for fun, but also to learn the word of God and to talk about Jesus. This is very important. If you are living in a world or in a country where churches, or they don't believe in God, then you should do, and you have kids, then you should do same. So people are always wondering, like, why do I have to drive this far? I think I'm one of the parents who drives so far away to that church. And sometimes I'll go late, and then they'll be like, when they ask my kids, and then sometimes the Sunday school teacher will ask me, like, oh, the church starts at 1, you guys always come a little late. And where do you guys live? I tell her that I drive. It takes me an hour more just to get here, and she won't say anything. So it takes me so long just to, I just want my kids to really belong and know that there is something that they should know how to pray, and they should know that, hey, this is Sunday school. This is different from just going to school every day, okay? Because here in China, let me tell you, in China, there are days when people go to to school. On Sunday is a working day. They go to school on Sunday. They go to school on Sunday. Because let's say if there was a holiday, let's say during the a long holiday, if the holiday falls on within, maybe it has 10 days, there is a 10-day holiday, or there is a 7-day holiday, right? So usually when the holidays are over, then the next week it will be 7 days straight work. So kids will go to school for 7 good days from Monday to Sunday. So that's how it works here. So imagine we never grew up like that. I never grew up like that. Okay, I knew that Saturdays and Sundays are no school days. Okay, let's say Saturday can be better, right? But Sunday. So imagine that you don't tell your kids about this. Do you know what will happen? So every day you have to remind them. Every day you need to pray with them, talk to them, let them know, let them know, let them know, let them watch videos. I let my kids watch videos about the books of the Bible, stories of the Bible. Let them know all of these things. It's very essential for them. So that's how we do it. And on Sundays I go. On Sundays I go to church with them. There are some Sundays that I don't go, but then they now understand, like they know where we're going. No, the first days they'll be like, oh, where are we going? And when they went there, they really, really loved it. I don't need it. I don't need it that much, because I can always attend my services, or I attend church online. But for them, they need it. So I have to sacrifice that for them. And here in China, yes, people work on Sunday. It's a working day, right? But then I've made my schedule in a way that I don't want to miss. When it's Sunday, I will not work. I don't want to work on Sundays. I don't want it, because I want to have that time to be able to take my kids to church. It is very important, okay? Because if you don't take them, then they can never go. So, and also, China is not a place where you can just say, oh, just kids just, like, for example, let me give you an example. There's no freestyle or freeness for kids here in China. The parents do take their kids to school even until high school. So mom will keep taking you to school from primary school to high school. Your mom will take you to school, or your grandma. So that's how it works here. Just a few kids from high school who go to school by themselves, okay? But I tell you, parents take their kids to school until high school. But for me, I think that kids should be independent to an extent, okay? Here, the good thing with China is, Shanghai, the security, there is so much security. It's very, very safe. I tell you, it's really safe. There's no one waiting for you out there to maybe harass you, or maybe kill you, or harm you. No. There's no one out there waiting. Okay. So when my kids went to the second grade, no, to the third grade, right? When they went to the third grade, I was able, because the school is just 5 minutes, I think 5 minutes drive. And also, if you want to walk, it will take you probably 10 minutes walk from home. So we decided that, okay, since two of them are in the same school and they're going to let them go together. So there are some days where they walk to school. Let them walk to school, talk to each other, and also be independent. It's not far, okay? It's not far from home. Just like we stand from our home and we see the school. So unless days that maybe rainy days, or the days that we feel like, okay, let's go and see them. Oh, like now it's winter, it's really cold, so we see them off, but then they already know that, hey, if mom is not there, or if mom is busy, or if the worst comes to the worst, then we can go by ourselves. Okay, they already have that in mind, so we already build that in them in mind. Okay, and also having kids in China, and also like a mom, it's not easy for you to, yes, you can work, but trust me, the nannies in China will disappoint you even at 12 midnight. Midnight, you will get disappointed. You will be going to work in the morning. I've had that a couple of times. Even as I'm talking to you right now, it's happening to me. Okay, so I've had situations where you're working with someone, or she's taking care of your baby, right? And then she goes home and come that same day, she sends you a message that she won't come back next in the morning. Maybe she went alongside and then she listened, or maybe she heard about, this foreigners, this dark people, foreigners, maybe they could harm you, some kind of scary things. They have their own thoughts about foreigners, especially foreigners colors you. So they have their own mentality. They're so ignorant about so many things. So she just goes, tells you, sends you a message at night, hey, I'm not coming the next day. Please don't think she's kidding. If she says she's not coming, she's not coming. She says she's not coming, she's not coming. You have to deal with that yourself. So I've had situations where I had to carry my baby. I was working. I remember I used to work out of my city, right? My nearby city. I had no choice that morning. I had to carry my baby with me, went to school with my baby, and had to beg or ask for my colleague to help me, for my colleague's wife to help me stay with my baby just for that day. Okay, so it was a very tedious thing for me, and I've had a lot of it. I don't understand. So you will really work, so you will be working with the Chinese nanny. She's very inconsistent. They are very inconsistent. She could just go for good and then just let you be there. I've had situations where I'll have no choice than to just go to work with the kid. And it's really inconvenient because they see it and they'll say, oh, do not bring your family to work. Don't bring your family members to work. Oh my God. It's so tedious. It's really so hard. It's really so hard raising kids in China. It's super hard. It's super hard. I'll not lie to you. I don't know how it is with other parents back in the world, but it's really hard. And please, you can't. Another thing you can't do is, like, I see in other countries, right? Maybe you guys are friends, or you're friends, or you can't be a friend with, then you go and keep your kids maybe for an hour at your friend's home, and so on and so forth. You can't do that here. So you can't do that here with the Chinese. If you have a Chinese friend, that's don't even think about it. They don't know about that. It doesn't exist in their vocabulary. So if you do that to them, they'll be like, the next day you guys are no longer gonna be friends. It's strange to them. They don't understand it. They don't get it. They don't want to. In fact, they don't want to be in charge of it. It's your responsibility. If you can't take care of 2 kids, don't give birth to 2 kids. If you can't take care of a kid, don't do that. It's not my problem. They'll be like, it's not their fault. It's not their problem. I mean, so it's a very, very difficult word to understand. But then it's okay. It's really, really okay. So these are things that you learn as you live here. okay? And sometimes your friends just disappear. You could be friends with someone, and then all of a sudden, okay, if they move, maybe your friends in the city, right? And then your friend moves out of that city. Trust me, the relationship will probably end. It will definitely end. Yeah, because there's nothing to talk about according to them. Nothing to talk about. Nothing. And then another thing here is, well, one other good side of it is that, okay, no, not good side. Here in China, parents will be like, okay, if my kids have a birthday, I've celebrated my kids' birthday several times, right? And then you tell them, wow, they're gonna come. The Chinese people, they're gonna come. They're really gonna come on time, please. They're very, very time conscious. They're gonna come for the birthday party. They're gonna represent, come with gifts. But when it's now their kids' birthdays, they don't invite you. They're not gonna invite you. It's so funny. They're really not gonna invite you. I don't know why. You know, I don't understand. Is it that they feel like you're not gonna have time to attend or what? I don't know. But trust me, they won't call you. I mean, even your neighbors. You live in a place where you don't know who's your neighbor. In fact, your neighbor meets you in the elevator and then doesn't even want to say hi to you. So it's very complicated, you know. During the birthdays, they don't invite you, and it's strange, right? And here, if you want your kid to learn or to be skilled in anything, I mean, go for it. They will look for the school. I mean, they learn everything. Everything, they learn it from scratch, like the beginning. Whereas the way we were brought up, right? Normally, you could just know how to dance on your own, watch TV, watch other people dance, or watch some videos, and then okay, now you can do it. You can move your body. Maybe your friends know how to dance. You guys can go together, play together, and then you go there, you're dancing. You know, you're being flexible enough. But here is a different thing. That doesn't really work. It doesn't exist. Your kids can't just go. Oh no, they can't just go and just feel free. There's no space for that. You know, there's no space for that. It doesn't work like that. So if you want to play basketball as a baby, just start. Get a basketball coach. Go learn. Yeah, that's how it works. But if you want to play soccer as well, you do the same. But for us, growing up as kids, do you have to go and learn soccer when it's not professional? So unless you're taking soccer career to another level, unless it's being professional, then now you have to find a coach or you have to go to a soccer school, and how they do it. But here, they'll actually hire a coach to come and teach a 3-year-old soccer. Like, this is, I don't know, it's different and really strange. But for us, we see it like we don't do this. We don't do these things. You want to play soccer, okay? You're gonna learn it, okay? But then we back growing up, we see people play soccer every Saturday. Kids play, parents play, young people play out there, and people are having fun. If you don't know it, you keep learning and playing, and you know, it's a community. But here, there's not such thing. So it makes it really difficult for kids sometimes to know some of these little spots or minor spots that you all grew up seeing people learn it or play it or do it in front of you. So sometimes it becomes really hard for them. But then, well, we just do it with them. We do it. We just let them know, and then we do it with them and tell them that this is how it happens. This is how it happens. You should do like this. You should do this. You should know how to do this. I'll teach you this. I'll teach you that. You know, that's how it works. That's how it works. So you can't just learn everything, man. You can't. First, you need to know the basics, and then if you want to take it like a career, then okay. Now we make sure that we find you a coach to do that. Not that you're just 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. You're already learning how to play soccer professionally. You need a coach. You need no. So here with the other kids, the Chinese kids, they do that, but for us, no, we don't think it's necessary. So that's how it works. The hardest part, maybe taking the kids out, you know. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned. Please, if you have any questions, just go ahead, ask your question, and I'll be so glad to answer you. Just leave your comments aside, and we'll be so glad to answer. What's up, Black Mama? Oh my goodness. Log Kevin. Oh, beautiful lips. Thank you so much. Thank you. Where are you watching from? Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe. Thank you so much. I know you did it already. So if you're just dropping by, I'm waiting for your questions. So we're talking about kids, diaspora moms, you know. So raising kids in this side of the world. Is this Africa? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by is this Africa? I don't get your question. Tell me more. What do you mean? Hey Irish, what do you mean by playback remix? Which remix are you talking about? Oh no, I'm not in Africa. I'm in China, in Shanghai, one of the largest cities in the world. I'm in China. Africa is a very big continent. So if you say, are you in Africa? Well, I believe you just want to be global anyways. But China will be bomb. What's that? What do you mean by will be bomb? What's the meaning? Hey, is it Road Life? Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you guys so much for joining. Please share my live stream, and also do consider subscribing to my channel. I do upload videos about China, vlogs, I upload skincare videos as well, and I'm on a 25-day video shooting for Christmas, so I upload videos every day. So please be sure to check it out. And you can also leave a comment on what you want to see next, or what kind of content you would love me to actually pull out there. There are lots and lots of things that I really do there. So please just go ahead and subscribe. You'll love it here. Sometimes I do talk about, life in China. Lots of people are wondering, they want to know how life is really in this side of the world. Yes, it's different, but they're kind people anyways. Oh, show around. Right now I'm driving back home and I'm almost home. So that's a new ring road that they're building there. You can see how they're connecting the ring roads together, right? So you can see this is a new ring road that they're building, and they started this year, and trust me, they're almost done. So because this highway is always in traffic, it always has so much traffic, and this is the only highway that leads from this side of the city to the city center. So they want to enlarge it and make sure that there's less traffic. Okay, so you can see, I'll show you, take a look at the buildings, right? So these buildings go up to 32 floors. That's people's home. You could be living on the 32th floor. So your home is on the 32nd floor, okay? So it's a massive wall, skyscrapers, very huge and tall buildings everywhere. Probably because, we have very tall buildings here. I think Shanghai once had the tallest building in the world. It's still there. So that's how it works. And here also, driving here, you need to get the Chinese license. It doesn't matter where your license is from. Once you get here, you need to get a Chinese license, and you need to write the test and pass the test. It's 100 questions. The driver's license test consists of 100 questions. Please, if you do not have from 90 downwards over 100, you failed. I mean, if you have 89%, you're failed. It's not a joke. You must have 90 to 100% score in order to have your license. So it's not a joke for that. And if you're caught driving without a driver's license, then you're definitely gonna go to jail. I'm driving, I'm not in my room. Didn't you see me driving? You can enjoy the cars over here.